There you go. All right. So profitable events for drastic results. 4 steps you're going to learn tonight. 4 steps to create events without using your own money. Does that sound good to anybody? I can do an event and I ain't got to come out of pocket. Yeah, you're going to learn those strategies here and now. So here's the problem, the universal problem for coaches, speakers, authors, trainers, service-based entrepreneurs. We want to attract our ideal clients and we want to help them through our businesses. Events is a great way to do it, but there's a lot of fear that goes around events because you're afraid you're going to lose money. And how many of you are afraid that nobody is going to show up? Anybody been there? You want to do an event? You're afraid nobody's going to show up. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Christy's having an event April 9th. She's been texting me. I don't have enough registrations. So let me just tell you this right now. People will not register until 10 to 3 days out. It drives you crazy. But if you know that going in and you understand the realistic expectation and you'll get a day 5 from your event, you'll get a flood of registrations. It just is the nature of the beast. All I can say to you is please be a good steward and student. When you see somebody's registration and you know you want to go, register. Don't have them waiting. It is painful, isn't it, Christy? It's like, oh my gosh, nobody's going to show up. Let me tell you, when you do everything you're supposed to do, people will come. But it's very, very painful. And I tell you up front, it just doesn't happen that people register early. So, and when Christy said, this is what Christy said when I told her that. Whew. So let's go ahead and just know that they're coming. They're coming. And here's my favorite saying. I'm going in and out of share, by the way, because I want y'all to see me. So I'm going to actually spotlight myself so that when I go in and out, at least I'll be front and center. Here's my favorite saying when it comes to events. Click the dang button. Click the link. Click the link. People will not click the link. I'm just telling you. But when you understand that and you plan for it, it will save your nerves. So does that help anybody right there? Because, and so just don't worry. Just do what you do. People will come. So imagine if you could create an event with your ideal clients without using your own money and sell your high ticket products and services. And I'm going to tell you, events is the one strategy that continues to give over and over and over again. So I met a lady. I did a preview call like this. She came. I didn't know her before the preview call. She came to my event in person. And just last week, she introduced me to someone else. She introduced me to someone else who's having an event in July, and that person put me on their stage. So when you have events, your network begins to flourish and people will continue to bring you business, bring you opportunities because they've experienced you and they want to help other people experience you too. Now, many of you don't know me. My name is Toni Harris Taylor. I'm a marketing and sales coach, and I'm a franchise owner with Network in Action. So Network in Action is an organization that brings business owners together to mastermind, build referrals, support each other, be a community, and a shoulder to cry on when it's hard, okay? And I started that franchise, I bought the franchise in 2019, and I'm very excited that I'm an award-winning franchise owner. Awards over here, and I had no inkling that I could even buy a franchise, let alone be successful in one. In 17, I decided to have my first event. And I was scared to death. And I will tell you, my first event was very successful by my standards. And when I say event, sometimes people think it's got to be ginormous. It is not. My first event was called Doing Business in Your PJs. And it was for women business owners who worked from home, could literally do business in their PJs. And we had a pajama party. And that came out of me networking and going to another business pajama party. And I was like, I can just start small. So my first event was at a hotel, and it was 35 women. And it was amazing and profitable. Okay. The year before that, I had someone in my network who had an event canceled the 2 days before. The hotel canceled her 3-day elaborate event 2 days before. People were on the plane on their way to the event. She lost relationships and thousands of dollars. And I said, I cannot. And I was just scared to death to do events. Once I got some coaching around it and understood I didn't have to try to do the big hotel and fill all the seats and have people flying across country, I could start small. I got the courage and the drastic steps to do my own event. So I have done 5 profitable events without using my own money. Every single one of them had a level of sponsorship. I've collected over $50,000 in sponsorship dollars, and I've sold almost $200,000 in coaching programs. And these are the logos for all the events that I have done. And my most successful event was this past November, and it was the all that. It was hybrid. I had the VIPs came to Houston in person. I had full sponsors. I had 50 people online. I sold out of the coaching, sold over $130,000 in direct coaching right then and there on the spot, and have had many other opportunities from that one event. And I sold over $10,000 in sponsorships. I didn't think I could ever do that, you guys. I was like, whew, and let me say this. When my bank account, and I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. When my bank account went over 100K, I had to grab the seat and sit down because I didn't think it was possible for me. I didn't think people would show up. I didn't think they would buy into me. And I had all this head noise, just like y'all. Everybody has the head noise. And when I saw that happen, I was stunned. And I was like, me? And my clients, and I am serving people on such a whole nother level now because I got out of my head, got into my heart, had my event to touch, move, and inspire people to be drastic. Y'all can do the same thing. And watch the results, because I'm still reeling. I'm still reeling. But the reason I put this event together is because I figured if I was like that, people were like me, needed that extra push to do an event so they could serve more people. So I have a workbook that goes along with this. If you would pull out your phone, get the QR code, just put in your contact info, and you should be able to download it on the confirmation page. And we're going to just go through this workbook. And I promise we'll be done at 6:30, but you'll get value you can use right away. All right. So again, profitable, you can go to the bit.ly link as well. If you're sometimes those QR codes. It's so funny about QR codes. They were so passe, right? And then COVID happened. And then we were like, now we can't do without them. All right. If you need to click the link, it's in chat. Hopefully I did that. And Caitlin, if you'll do me a huge favor, if I put up any more links I can't type in, would you do it for me, please? Thank you. I love my tribe. They support so well. Okay. Hopefully you got that. Anybody not get it? Okay. And if you didn't get it here, you can always download it later. All right. Let's go. So this talk is for you if you have fear that no one will show up and that you don't have enough content. So let me address that. You always got plenty of content and time flies. And I'm going to talk to you. If you come to my event, I'm going to talk to you about how to do the content so that you don't over pour into people, but people will show up. If you market it right and you market it from your heart and you get your network involved, people will show up. This talk is for you. If you want to produce events without using your own money, we're going to hear from a couple of the sponsors tonight. This talk is for you if you want to sell more of your high-priced products and services. Anybody want to sell more of their coaching programs, products, and services? Yes, excellent. This talk is for you. If you want to learn how to get sponsors like Caitlin Penny, Copper Theory Creative, Val V Copywriting and Content Creator, Larry Tucker, E2W, and David Owasi. Yay! So it's already an international conference because David lives in Canada. So the conference and the sponsors are international. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit further. So you're going to learn my proven strategies to create profitable events without fear, without using your own money that attracts your ideal clients. Now, I only have 30 minutes more to give you what I need to give you. At the end, I'm going to tell you how you can get more. Some of you are going to say, you know what, Toni, that was awesome. I got your points. I got your little workbook. I'm good. Some of you are going to say, Toni, that was awesome. I need to put these strategies into place, and I'm going to tell you how to get more. Is that okay? Yay. Awesome. And hey, Krista, nice to see you, honey. So 4 great steps to create profitable events without using your own money. So number 1, why should you create events? So if you look at your workbook, you got these here. Number 1, it allows you to bring together your ideal prospects. Number 2, it allows you to showcase your expertise. Number 3, you have a captive audience who wants to support you. And number 4, you get to sell at higher prices because you have showcased your expertise. And they're like, oh, wow, I need more of that. And people will sign up. So step 1, begin with the end in mind. Don't plan an event unless you know what the results are. Now, here's another important piece to that. What I told you earlier about me crossing 100,000. I had it in my mind. I'm like, this event, because the last event I did about 60. I said, this event is going to be $100,000 event. And I kept seeing it in my mind. One side believing it, the other side like, girl, please, who you think you are? I'm just saying, I'm keeping it 100 with you. But I kept taking the drastic steps. And I kept saying, if other people can do it, I can do it. So began with the end in mind. All right. Who is your target market? Everything in marketing starts with who are you trying to attract? And sometimes we're trying to attract people who can't afford us. If you're trying to sell higher, look at Caitlin, you're trying to sell higher priced items, you got to up level your target market. So the first thing you got to begin with is who's going to be there. And be very strategic about getting those people there. Second is, how much do you want to make? So again, I knew I wanted a $100,000 event. So I decided that I needed to make that happen. And the third one was, what are the expenses of the event? You have to calculate the cost before you even start. So what are the expenses? Now, tonight, I don't have time to go through the budget and all of that, but when I have my event, I'm going to show you my budget and exactly how I manage my expenses, which is very important. Even though I'm using somebody else's money, I got to be a good steward because it's my money now once the sponsors have invested. And so you have to be a good steward, but you got to know your expenses, and you cannot go all elaborate on your first or second, even your third event. My third event was really good. I had a friend, somebody in my network. This is why you network. Somebody in my network had a wedding venue, and I had it during a weekday. It was going to be empty anyway, so they practically gave it to me. Okay, so that's why you network too, to get your resources. All right, so work your numbers backwards to know how much to charge for tickets and how many clients you can handle. So let's work the numbers. So I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to try a new little toy I have. I got a new little video camera, and can y'all still hear me? That's going to be a challenge. Oh, I know what I can do. I can change my mic to my little video camera. Okay, can y'all hear me? Somebody unmute and tell me, can you hear me, please?
I can hear you.
We can hear you.
All right, so we're going to begin with the end in mind. Let's do some numbers. Can y'all see my little tablet in the back? I just got this little toy last night, so I'm trying. Y'all, the first one.
You're good to go.
That's it. That's fine.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, so get your calculators out. Y'all going to do the math for me so that I don't have to. Let's say we want a $60,000 event. How many of you would be happy with a $60,000 event? Awesome. I'm speaking to the right people. My target audience is here. Okay, very good. You know, you got to start somewhere. And some of these coaches out here make you want to be $1 million speaker overnight. No, I'm keeping it real so you can do it. And you gradually work yourself up. So I want a $60,000 event. And so first we start with our ticket price. After we know our expenses and everything, we start with our ticket price. So our ticket price is, let's just say, now, some people go with free. How many of you prefer to do a free event? Okay, good. I don't see any hands, and I'm happy about that because I don't believe in free. I believe my knowledge in my head, my studying, I have a degree in entrepreneurship. I believe that that is worth a ticket price. So general admission, $97. Now, I'm going to keep it realistic. How many people would you like to come to your event? Somebody open up. Keeping it real now. Don't tell me 1,000 people because
100.
100. Okay. So I'm going to say, and that's if you network and you do social media, it is doable. I'm actually going to back the numbers out a little bit. And I'm going to say general admission is 50 people. And somebody do the math. 97 times 50.
$97 times 50 is $4,850.
4,850. Now, VIP, a good 20 to 30% will do VIP. And if you make your package, and we don't have time to go in packages right now, but if you make your package attractive enough, several people will do the VIP. So let's go with 50 times 30%. That's 15. I'm going to bump it up to 20. So VIP, you can build a package that's 200. And there are some people out there that is going to be, somebody do the math, 247 times 20. There are some people out there that are always going to be VIP. Here's the other thing about VIP. You want to encourage your attendees to sign up for VIP because we want to be in the room where people pay at a higher level.
$49.40.
Thank you. One of my sponsors, I love my buddy Larry. So Larry does the digital marketing and funnels and things like that. He actually has a business that is Philippines virtual assistants overseas from the Philippines and India. And he had already gotten several clients from this one business coach. The business coach is coming to Houston, and his ticket price for a one-day event was $1,400. So Larry called me and said, so-and-so's coming to town. He's doing a one-day training and it's $1,400. Man, that's too much. I said, Larry, how much would you make if you got one client out of that room? I'd make double, triple that. So why is it too much to be in a room with people who see value to pay $1,400 for a one-day event? I promise you, in 1 hour, he texts me a picture of his registration. So you want to encourage people always to be in the room where people are investing at and playing at a higher level. So VIP, okay, $49.40. So let's talk about sponsors. Sponsor packages. When you first do this and you don't have a proven track record, your sponsors can range anywhere. It just depends on how many days your event is, how much promotion you're going to do. And we're going to talk about that during our event. But my events are usually 2 to 3 days. And I do a lot of promotion of my sponsors. And I have 3 of them on the line tonight. So I'm going to put $9.97 for sponsorship. And let's say if you're doing a 3-day event, you can actually handle 4 to 6 sponsors. So let's just go on the low end for Caitlin or somebody. What is that number?
$39.88.
$39.88. Okay. Add all those numbers up for me, please, and tell me what that is. In the meantime, let's say you're going to sell your coaching package, and your coaching package is, good value of a coaching package, depending on who you are and what you do and what you coach on. But let's just say $7,500. We're not going to get crazy. My coaching package at my last event was $12,000. But I've been doing what I do for a while, and next year is going up from there. But let's just start you at $7,500. Okay, Caitlin, what's this number?
13,778.
And then how many clients can you handle? If you sell a private plus group coaching package, somebody give me a number. How many clients can you handle for private coaching? Let's say you're coaching every other week for an hour. And my number was 12. So does somebody want to give me a different number? Or is 12 good?
I was going to call it 10 or 12.
Let's go with 12. Do the math,
Okay.
please.
$90,000.
Oh, okay. So the total
Thank
there
you.
is, what's the total?
$103,778.
103. That's a great payday. Anybody agree?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you, it takes 90 days to make this. It's not a payday. It's a 90-day strategy. Okay. But that's 12 clients out of 70 people in the room. And 70, if you market it right, is not a ton of people. And especially if you're doing both virtual and in person, you can get, and 7,500. And I don't have time to tell you now, but at the event, we're going to talk about funding options, right? Where people don't have to pay out of pocket. They can get a funding option where then the funder will pay you 100% in full, and then they just pay the lender back. How does that look? Does that look like something you think you could do?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let me make sure I got my microphone back. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So you began with the end in mind, crunch the numbers. Now you know what your goals are. Now you put a plan in place to make that happen. All right.
She's asking if you hired speakers.
Do I hire speakers? No. So the strategy, well, I'll get to that. Can I answer that, Christy, in a minute? Okay, so market the event like a pro. So networking, speaking, social media, email marketing, text message marketing, strategic alliance, joint venture partners, other people inviting people to your events. Curious, tonight, how did you hear about this? Was it social media? You saw a post? Was it social media messenger? Was it email? I don't think I sent any text messages. Were you networking and I invited you? How did you hear about it tonight? Email Caitlin. Jennifer Leah, very good. Email Krista, email marketing, because I hadn't talked to you in a long time. So my email marketing is working. Networking, Christy, I invited her. Okay, I miss you too, honey. We need to catch up. All right, so here's the tip. In order to fill your room and get 70 people to show up, networking. Okay, Myrna is a leader, maybe not anymore, but Myrna was a leader at Happy Neighborhood Project. They have 60 or more events a week, 60 or more events a week. You can just show up there and they let you do a 2-minute presentation and you can attend those events. You can visit groups like NIA. Now we're a paid membership, but you can visit once and say what you do, right? Get speaking gigs. Use your network to get speaking gigs to promote the event. Do what I'm doing, a preview webinar to promote the event. And actually, this is the first time I've ever done a preview webinar. I was just trying it out to see how it works. Okay, so this is Sonia. Let me see here. I didn't share my screen, so let you meet my new client who was not a client when she came to the event. She saw she and I met in 2016. She saw it posted on social media, signed up, showed up. Not only did she sign up for my coaching program, but she bought an NIA franchise. Is this girl drastic or what?
CEO of Corporate Cycle Consulting out of North Charleston, South Carolina. I'm so excited to be here at this conference and to work with Toni as one of the amazing coaches. And I tell you, I am a money and business coach, and coaches have to have coaches, right? We got to understand the playbook, how it's run, and what's your next position and where you need to go next. So I tell you, this event has been a life-changing with the step-by-step process, the coach's plan for the coach, for the team. And I encourage you, if you haven't already done so, make sure to make your appointment with Toni. She's amazing. She will change your life. She will give you the playbook that you need. It's a game changer for entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Yay, Dr. Sonia, drastic. Yay. Step number 3, create sponsorship packages. Sponsorships are the blood of an event. Now, when I used to think of sponsorships and people would say, get people to sponsor, I always thought it was big companies, right? Get those big companies to support you, which is next to impossible unless you have relationships, deep relationships. When I realized I could get my network to sponsor, it was game changing. So how do you get sponsorships? First, you got to have your expenses. You got to know how much it's going to cost. Keep your expenses low. So the event I just did in November, it was nice, right? But I'm in a office building where I have access to room space. So I didn't have to pay a ton for room space. The biggest expense is food. And I'm going to tell you, I hate buying food, but it's required. They need to eat. The nerve of people to want to eat. And then I had entertainment and all of that. So, but you use the sponsorship, so you work out your budget and then you back into how much to charge for sponsorships. Then you look at your agenda. How many speakers can I fit in here? So I'm going to answer the question that was in the chat. I don't pay my speakers. They pay me, Christy. So Caitlin is a sponsored speaker. She paid they both, Val and Caitlin, paid $19.97 to sponsor the last event. Caitlin, you want to open your mic and say how much you've made so far?
I was just gonna put in the chat, so worth it. Okay, so this is just an estimate. I haven't actually calculated. I will get you that number, I promise. But I made about $20,000 off of a $2,000 investment.
And it's still giving.
It's still going.
It's still going. Yes. Now, part of that is because, and you'll see her video in a minute, she is a beast about scheduling appointments and doing one-to-ones and helping other people first. And because she's that beast in a great way, people want to support her. Plus, she's great at what she does. This logo in the bottom left corner, me with the swoop hair. By the way, never describe Toni by the curly hair because it's not going to be that tomorrow. I promise you. So that was our biggest challenge with the logo. She actually gave me 4 versions, including one with curly hair. I just didn't have time to change it. All right. Ask your sponsors to bring guests. They help you fill the room. Not only do they pay, but they help you fill the room. Tap into your network of business owners and speakers who want to showcase their expertise in front of the audience. So Val, will you open your mic and tell me, now you could, and you do, you speak all the time. Why would you pay to be a sponsor versus for free?
I would say that when you pay, you definitely have skin in the game. And the people who actually have paid sponsorships, I think they have a higher quality of participants in the audience. And so you have a better chance of connecting with people who can afford to pay for your product or service.
That's a great point you make. So because they invested, it gave me the capital to get the right people in the room. So Val, what's your success so far? And Val invested in coaching too, so.
Yes, and I've been learning so much, but I would say I haven't done the exact numbers either, but it's probably been a good $10,000, $12,000. But the thing that's more important is the networking that happens at the event and the collaborations. And for example, Caitlin is amazing at being such a generous collaborator and referral partner. And I'm talking to somebody tomorrow based on a referral she gave to somebody who gave to somebody else. So that 6 degrees of separation thing is huge. And I guess viral is your word, Toni, that you've trademarked, but the viral networking is amazing. So I think I would have to include that in the wins of being a sponsor.
Absolutely. It's a huge win because those relationships give long time. So Caitlin's like, oh my gosh, here I am again. So let me play her testimony.
Hey guys, this is Caitlin Penny with Copper Theory Created. I just wanted to say that to this day, Toni does the best conferences I've ever been to. I'm walking away with 30 one-to-ones before this conference ends, and last year was just the same. So if you have not taken advantage of any of her offers or just come as an attendee, you should, because she is a queen of networking, and that's actually why I'm here. So Toni, I'm so proud to meet you in person, and I'm honored to be in your VIP crowd, and I can't wait to see you next year.
And she's sponsoring this conference as well, and
I never watched it until now. I'm so nervous.
And she lives in Phoenix, so she had the expense of getting here, but it's paid off.
Hey guys.
It's part of the showing up.
If I could tack something onto Val's testimonial for you too, Val and I are actually partners now in business as well. So we put proposals together for our new clients. So that's super exciting and a great thing that also came out of it.
Yay! And that makes me happy. Nothing makes me more happy to see my people collaborating and connecting and playing together. And you know, you're going to make me cry, so I'm going to keep going. All right, technology. So create landing page to collect registrations, create an email marketing strategy, and Val helps with that. Val gives me excellent content for my email marketing. And Val, we need to talk about the emails coming up for this one, and use text message marketing to keep communication flowing. I use a technology called Go High Level. I love Go High Level. I just migrated this year to it. And what's her name? Wakego. She uses Go High Level and HubSpot. And my sponsor, Larry Tucker, he's the one that will set up Go High Level or whatever platform you need in order to drive that, make it easy for your registrations and your follow-up. And then create campaigns that build excitement for your event and automate them to go out. So the text message marketing, once people get on your registration list, you can text them, give them a countdown, send them in videos, get them ready, tell them what to bring, who to meet, all of that. Okay. And here's Miss Val.
Hey, this is Val Vick with Val Vick Content and Copywriting. I am just amazed. It was a wonderful conference. Toni is the real deal, and she does everything with a spirit of excellence, and that's what I love. I was a sponsor for the second year in a row, and last year the conference was great. I left with, oh my gosh, 15 one-to-one appointments that led to business in some cases and but establishing relationships. That's what she's all about. This time I have probably close to 30 one-to-one appointments already set up. So if you ever are needing a conference about networking, business building, relationship building, you have got to attend Toni's Viral Networking Conference next year. She's already planning it. It's going to be amazing. And I'm just so glad I've been here. I was here this week, and I just can't say enough. Hit me up if you want to, talk about it. My website is valviccopywriting.com. So, hey, this is Val.
I said, oh my gosh, she's gonna say I stumbled on you. Don't have to be perfect to make money. So how many of you are ready to create a profitable event of your own? Woo-hoo! Yes, excellent. You're in the right place. All right, so the event is Profitable Events for Drastic Results. It's Friday, April 29th to Saturday, April 30th. It's virtual only, 9 to 4 p.m. 9 to 4 p.m. Caitlin, will you put this link in chat, please? Profitable Events for DrasticResults.com. I believe in long titles. I don't have nothing short, nothing. So profitable events. And I'm going to teach you the strategies you need to get the right mindset to create a profitable event. Maximize your use of social media without running ads. Attract paid sponsors to finance the event. Choose the content balance that leaves the audience wanting more and eliminate overwhelm, and create high ticket offers. So I'm going to actually show you how to create an offer that people want, how to create bonuses that people will move the needle and get people to say yes. I believe most of the people in my coaching signed up for the bonuses versus, the content's great, but I think they signed up for the bonuses because it included a retreat. We're releasing a book together in June, and they were like, I want to write a book. I want to be a part of whatever you guys are doing. So you make it irresistible. And I'm going to teach you at the event how to create those offers, how to choose effective technology for landing pages, registration, follow-up emails, text messages, produce an excellent, engaging, stress-free event with an event planner, volunteers, and staff. Generate profits from events of any size with proper pricing and well-managed budgets. And create offer presentations that move your audience to yes. So in 2 days, we're going to cover all of that, plus my speakers. Caitlin, you want to open your line and tell them what you're going to talk about?
Hello, hello. I'm going to talk about the importance of having an established sub-brand to represent yourself during one of these profitable events.
Absolutely. So notice that I'm Drastic Results. That's my brand, right? That's my coaching brand. But my sub-brand is the Viral Networking Conference. Speak more to sell more, right? Doing business in your PJs. The event brand is very important and should tie into your primary brand. Thank you. Val, what are you going to talk about?
I'm going to talk about how to amplify the differences that make you unique and attract your ideal audience through your marketing messages.
Absolutely. And how many of you struggle with the wording? I do, and I know it, and I struggle with what do I say that will appeal to people? Val, she speaks in your brand voice, and she's going to share that. Larry wasn't able to make it tonight, but he's going to talk about how to use the technology and show you go high level so that you can set this up with ease. And then David, if you can turn your camera on and say hi to the people.
Hi, everybody.
Who are you and what are you going to talk about?
So I'm a lead generation expert. So I use the power of automation, technology, LinkedIn, email, SMS to generate leads without having to pay for ads. And as a business coach myself, this was a problem I had in my business, and that got me down the rabbit hole of exploring the solution, and I figured it out. Now I help other business owners do that for themselves.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So those are our wonderful sponsors. You'll hear from them. And then you'll hear a lot from me on how to create a profitable event. I have 1 minute left. And I just want to say thank you for giving me your time tonight. I hope to see you at the Profitable Events Conference. It will change your life because I demand that you all connect, that you do one-to-ones, that you support each other, and you help somebody else, they're going to help you, and everybody is going to win. And also, if you've been thinking about doing any type of events to grow your business, then this is where you need to be. And I'm going to show you the strategies to get it done. And I'm going to support you as well. So profitable events for drasticresults.com, and get registered and share it for me. If you love me this much, if you learned anything from me this much, share it for me. Invite your clients, because when you invite your clients, it makes your relationship more valuable, because they say, you took me to something where I met this amazing person and it changed my game for my business. So share it with your clients and show up. So I'm going to stop my share, ask for any questions. Any thoughts?
There was one question in the chat earlier. Which do you prefer, an in-person, hybrid, or a virtual event?
I actually like hybrid because it gives you more opportunity to reach more people. So when I did my event, the Viral Networking Conference, VIPs were in person. So they had to come to Houston. Even if you were in Houston, if you weren't registered as a VIP, you were online. And then general admission was all online. I loved both. And I will probably always do both going forward, because some people won't travel. They can't travel. They have situations. Why shouldn't they be included? So hybrid is the way for me to go. But you got to manage it, because you got to have videographer, you got to have a Zoom administrator, you got to have all of that. And so you got to, and that's an investment that your sponsors will cover. Any other questions?
Hey, Toni, it's Tamara. Do you have the tentative dates for the Viral Conference in November?
I do. It's the first Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I believe. Somebody confirm that for me, please.
Okay.
Yep. So
All right,
those are the dates, and I'm getting, they've turned the 20th floor here into a venue space. So that's probably where it's going to be.
Oh, that's great.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Any other questions?
Just to clarify, November Thursday is the 3rd, so it'll be the first. You said Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday,
Okay.
Thursday, Friday.
So it is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Okay,
Yeah.
you're right.
So I'm going to end it with my shirt. Let me see if I can do this. Right? Show up, be up, follow up to blow up. That's what it takes to be successful in business. And it's drastic to do that. Click the button, sign up, show up, play full out. Don't be trying to take calls in between. Play full out, and it'll change your life. I promise, guaranteed. This is Toni Harris Taylor saying, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. And I'll see you at the profitable events for Drastic Results Conference. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.